Okay, so in this question now, it's got y equals 5x cubed, right? And then it says, on the same diagrams, draw y equals minus 5x cubed, right? You notice they haven't said f of x or anything here, right? Just because they've actually told you what the equation of the curve is. But there's a minus in front of it. Now think about what we're doing here. We've got now, like, this value here for y, and then all of a sudden you stick in a minus in front of it. So if this was a positive answer, right? And you stick a minus in front of it, all of a sudden becomes negative, doesn't it? So if we look at this curve here, right, all of these answers in these curve are positive, aren't they? Okay, they're positive. So if I stick a minus in front of it, they become minus all of a sudden. So suppose I got like that comes out to be 3. Well, if I stick a minus in front of it, it's going to be minus 3. It's going to be end up down there somewhere, isn't it? Like this one here, if that was 8, right? If I stick a minus in front of it, it's going to be down there. It's going to be minus 8, okay? And this one here, if that was like half, well, if I stick a minus in front, it'll be minus a half. So what happens is, right, you can see those points there that I've just drawn, right? What happens is, it reflects in the x-axis. So that curve then, I'm going to turn it round, is much easier. That bit of the curve just reflects here. Now, you also got to do the same to this. You also got to reflect this. And so if you reflect this, it's going to end up here. But think about it logically. It would make sense to do that, wouldn't it? Because suppose there I got that point, and that's like minus 2, right? Okay, so from there, right, you've got minus 2. And then it says here, well, stick a minus in front of it. But if you stick a minus in front of minus 2, it becomes plus 2, doesn't it? Because minus 2 is plus. 2 minuses make a plus. So it will end up there. So you reflect this in the x-axis. Okay, you end up with that. And there's your y equals minus 5x cubed. Okay, part B, right, part B, we've got this one here. Now, what I want you to notice, okay, again, this time now, like we saw in the last question, it's in the bracket. Whenever the transformation is in the bracket, you move horizontally. And also remember as well, if it's minus, you've got to move in the positive direction. You always do the opposite to what it is in that bracket. Okay, always. When it's in the bracket, you do the opposite. So if it says minus 2, you don't believe it. You do plus 2, you do the opposite. So you're going to move across 2 here. Now if it cuts at 3 there, if I move it across 2, it's going to cut at about 5. Yeah, there. Now, you know, don't worry too much about getting the scale perfect, right? It is a sketch. Okay, so that's 5 there. That will sort of do. And we'll just draw the curve then. So it sort of like gets a bit flatter there. And then starts to increase again. But the important thing is you put there the value that it cuts. Okay. Part C. Now it says here y equals f of x, and the same diagram do f of x minus 1. Now think about what happens when you do f of x minus 1. Shifts it down 1, doesn't it? Shifts it down 1, because that's what you're doing. So the f of x are the y values, yeah? They are the y values. So you know, for instance here, the y value is 0. 0, yeah? So if I shift it down 1, it's going to go there. But more importantly, to start with, maybe is this value. If I shift that down 1, it'll end up there at minus 6. Okay? Minus 6. So then I can draw my curve. It's better to draw it upside down. Okay, and this is right on the minimum value of f of x minus 1. Well, the minimum is the lowest point, isn't it? So it'll be minus 6.